Hello everybody, welcome to a hot, a roasty, a sweaty, a sultry, a swampy game talk.
So hot, Keith.
My name's Keith.
My name's Will.
And it is so hot in here, we about to take off all our clothes.
Are we?
Nope.
Okay.
We're not. We're keeping them on.
We're still trying to keep it PG, right?
Yes.
We slip into PG-13 territory sometimes, but X-rated is off the table.
We're not. This is not NC-17.
Yeah, no,
you can watch this with your kids. In today's day and age, you can watch this with an infant.
That's true.
Most stuff you can watch with kids now has more cursing than we, allow in our stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kids are wilding out these days, Keith. We're not talking about these dang kids though.
You're right.
We're talking about there's a bunch of Keith. We were gonna make. I was thinking like maybe we can make like a few episodes out of this, but I was like, let's just pile it all together because it all came out around the same time.
Yep.
A bunch of Switch news hit us, Keith.
Switch news.
Bunch of Switch news, and I mean we're Switch boys.
We're Switch boys.
The folks at home see us all the time. We've got our Switches on the table.
I'd say you're a Switch man, and I'm a Switch boy.
Okay, I'll take that.
You're a Switch man. You've been there day one. You've been playing.
I wasn't there day one.
You've been there close
year
to the
one.
Beginning. Year one.
I was there year one.
You like all the Nintendo game, most of the Nintendo games. Mm-hmm. You're a veteran. Mm-hmm. You got 800 hours in Splatoon, 900 hours in 1,000. 850 in Splatoon 2. You're a veteran. Yeah. I'm just a little boy. Yeah. I'm just playing Smash.
Honestly, Keith, you could have just left it at I'm a man, you're a boy. I didn't even need the explanation. I was already walking out of here high.
Okay.
Feeling fantastic.
Enjoy that.
But yeah, Switch man, Switch boy here. Mm-hmm. Keith, I don't even know where to begin. Let's start with the first piece of news that came out. Nintendo shadow dropped on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, early wee hours of the morning, like a few weeks. It's been like 2 weeks ago.
How dare they do that in Japan? In the wee hours of the morning, right? That's like daytime for them, right? Surely.
Yeah. I think it was at like 8 a.m. We can get a little
that's
bit
early.
for that.
That's early.
I actually woke up. The first thing I did was check Twitter, and 2 minutes ago, Jeff Keighley had tweeted out new Nintendo Switch model, and I was like, go into YouTube right now. Gotta look at that. The trailer was actually really amusing to me because did you see the full trailer?
I think I watched it without sound.
Okay.
But the idea, if I'm not wrong, is it's portable.
Yeah, which is what this one is. They really dressed it up. There was literally a shot of a man in a rocket ship in space, an astronaut floating around,
playing his Switch,
playing it, and that's cool. But I feel like you could do that with this one. Anyways, let's not dogpile on it quite yet.
I want to hear the story.
It's I mean, honestly, Keith, it's a pretty sexy looking system. I'm not gonna
lie.
Good. It looks good. That yellow one really stands out to me for some reason. I like that yellow.
I like that. I like the fuchsia. I like them all. They all are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect myself to like the light colors.
Yeah.
But these little pastel deals they got going on, I'm a fan.
They look like little accessories,
They do. They look
kinda,
cute.
Yeah, there you go, Keith. Now you got you using the C word, my
the
friend.
C word.
That's what Nintendo will do to you,
man.
man.
The C word you'll be hearing on this show.
Just wait around, folks.
Lord willing.
All right, so yeah, Switch Lite's coming out. It is as the folks at home already know by now, it's a handheld-only Switch, which the obvious joke is, well, it doesn't switch.
Right.
Why is it called a Switch? But I mean, I get it. They're just trying to keep the brand going. It's kind of like how they did this with the 3DS. They took out the 3D and made the 2DS.
Of course.
So at this point, it's a platform. The name doesn't really. The name is more nebulous. Doesn't really mean anything.
I get it is named after something that it does switch, but you think about Xbox, it's got one little tiny X on it now. The Xbox One doesn't even have a big X on it.
That's true.
What is the standard? I think we're just looking for something to get upset about when you say, but I understand. I understand.
Yeah, I get you. But one thing, I'm cool with this. I feel like it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm not gonna get one. I feel like all the people that are it kind of bothers me, Keith. All these people come out of the woodwork. I guess it's just people with more expendable income than you and I. But they're like,
correct.
They're like, I'm just gonna get this one to just take it around with me because the other one's not portable enough. And it's it's not even that much smaller, really. It's I'm pretty sure it's about cut off the bezel on the top and cut off this right Joycon. So it'd be about yay big.
So my screen is smaller?
Yeah. It's this one's a 6.4, I think. The new one's 5.7. So yeah, the screen's a little bit smaller.
I don't get that it's more. I mean, you don't have these wobbly boys on the side. These feel like I don't want to be swinging around by my Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
It's all one piece, but you're gonna have to really convince me to spend another $200 on a thing that can do the same exact thing as this. Because I don't know about you, Will, but I don't take the Switch on my jogs.
Yeah,
I don't play it while driving. I don't play it while I'm climbing mountains.
Yeah. Contrary to what the trailers would want you to believe.
The ideal portability for this is that I can play it away from a television. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm still usually seated.
Yeah.
Almost 95% of the time I'm seated. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. The appeal of a portable Nintendo Switch.
A more portable.
A solely portable.
Yeah.
You're removing features from me. That's not appealing to me. Now, if you would have announced this before I bought this one for $100 less, it would have been tempting. Well, I got this as a gift.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I was like, hey, I really like a Switch, but I'd settle for this solely portable one, mm-hmm. because I would say I probably spent maybe alone by myself, other than like couch co-op with you or Bryce, mm-hmm. like with Smash or something, I maybe have played 10 hours of this, not handheld. But I mostly played at work during downtime, you know?
Yeah.
So it would have been nice back then, but it's not for me now.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where we can't get too mad about it because it's not for you and me. It's not for people mm-hmm. that already have a Switch. It's for people that are, you know, a little bit tighter on money. Maybe they want to get it for the kids.
Of course, yeah.
The kids thing seems like a big... I'm surprised they didn't push that more in the trailer because it was mm-hmm. a bunch of grown adults using their little pastel Switch Lites. I figured they would have more kids. But that was a big problem with the Wii U marketing, just a bunch of kids and everything. So mm-hmm. I think Nintendo's trying to overcorrect. But this is for the big boys because, you know, the kids, if the kids see that the big boys are into it, they're going to want it. And yeah, like my little cousin who's 7, super into Pokemon now. Like as soon as this trailer came out, I sent it to her parents and was like, "Hey, just a little,
she's ready.
Just a little thing for this Christmas if y'all are thinking about that."
I've enjoyed watching you on social media, you know, and indoctrinate her with a few things.
Yeah. She's actually whenever I first saw. Okay, now we're getting completely off topic. Whenever I saw her at Easter, she was like, "Will, this is my favorite Pokemon. It's Eevee. It can evolve into 8 different Pokemon." And I was like, "Yeah, it can, Ada. You're right. But
yeah, girl.
Yeah, so trying to get her into it, but yeah, so it's more for the kids. It's more for people that don't have the Switch already.
And it definitely makes sense if you marketed it to people buying for kids who don't know any better. Mm-hmm. That's especially like, you know, this is my Nintendo Switch. I'm not familiar. I'm a small child. I'm not familiar with everything mm-hmm. it does. Maybe that we don't live in a world where that's possible anymore.
Possibly.
But it seems like something that you could, you know, like a pacifier to put in the mouth of a child. I want a big video game system.
Yeah.
Like,
here you go. Take
this one. This.
But can you imagine how like wronged you would feel if you got that and thought it was the big thing? Then you go to little Timmy's house and he's got this one and it's on the TV.
And he jacks into his television.
It's like, I want to do that. It's like you can't. But
you can't.
It's just a weird time we're living in, Keith.
It is weird. It is also weird. I never, before delving into this video game community and the business side of it and thinking about it like we do sometimes and listening to podcasts about it, I would never have considered that there were people in the world who would buy a second one because they were given an option. But you know, there's a fairly large market, probably botheringly large, that are saying like, "There's a new Switch, I'm buying it."
Yeah,
because why? Because it's made. Because it's there.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not innocent in this either. I've owned every model of the 3DS except for the 2 2DS ones. I owned a original 3DS, a 3DS XL, a new 3DS XL, and then I traded it in for a small new 3DS. Okay. So, I mean, I bounce around. I can't hate on people too much. But, yeah, just one more thing about the Switch Lite that's weird to me, Keith, is that for a lot of people this holiday, the first ever home console Pokemon game will not be a home console Pokemon game for a lot of people, which is weird. Well, I wish everyone could be on this train with me.
We need to be careful. I mean, some people might say it's still not really a home console Pokemon game.
We're not going into that. I took an inhale. I was revving up. But
I was just testing you to see if you'd take the bait.
Yeah, no. We're already rambling a little bit today.
That's true.
So yeah, that was my.
So we talked about Switch Lite.
Talked about the Switch Lite.
There's more Switch news though.
There is more Switch news. There's a little side note, Keith. Nintendo has a class action lawsuit that they're facing for Joycon Drift.
Oh, no.
Which I have experienced personally. Truly. This girl right here is wonky as all hell, Keith.
Explain to me Joycon Drift.
So I'm playing Splatoon 2, right? Yep. I'm using this girl. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, my character starts spinning.
Oh, no.
Starts spinning.
Oh, no.
And there's nothing I can do.
Really? It's not even like it's locked to the side? Like it's just...
No, it's just... you will have no input at all. And it just... Wow. It starts registering movements that aren't there. And apparently, this is a big problem.
That sounds like more than drift.
Yours have a shelf life on them too, I'm sure. Oh no! I mean, maybe it's not 100% thing.
Well, I've claimed that I never want to buy any more of these.
Enough people have said that it's a problem that Nintendo not acknowledging it is grounds for a class action lawsuit. Apparently.
Wow.
So Nintendo's going to court. And not only are they going to court, but they're using quotes from video game forums in a courtroom setting as evidence.
That's so dangerous.
Isn't it?
Could you imagine a lawyer like, this mother effing pink Joy-Con won't work?
That's what I'm saying. I'm imagining a scenario where they have a big pile of switches. Yeah. And he's like, get this moon in, Your Honor, get this moon in Mario Odyssey with this one. Now get it with this one.
Yeah.
And then, like, just what kind of world are we living in? But that's hilarious to me, just because, I mean, not that, no offense to Nintendo, but it's just the whole situation is kind of amusing.
Counselor, you will refer to Pokemon Sword and Shield as the first console Switch game in my courtroom, or you will be held in contempt.
That's how it's happening. Yeah.
Oh.
Crazy stuff, Keith.
Nintendo's
going to court. Video game court.
Man, there's YouTube court. I followed that H3H3 podcast lawsuit or H3 Productions lawsuit, and that with fair use and video games are going to court too. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Use the system, video gamers, and teach. You know what? While you're in there, well, how about this? Nintendo agrees to put its first-party exclusives on sale, and we call it even.
Y'all are good. No problem with the Joy-Cons.
A game I really would like to play, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but I will not spend $60 on a game that was originally released on the Wii U, which, may we add, is the least successful video game console ever made.
I've got another twist of the knife for you in regards to that, Keith. On the Wii U, it was $50.
Oh!
Isn't that something?
Nintendo.
I think maybe they just forgot. Maybe they forgot that it was $50 on the Wii U.
They didn't.
No, they didn't. You're right.
They got.
But you know what, Keith?
The
thing is, Keith. They know it'll work because I bought it again on the Switch. I'm part of the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that ties into the Switch Lite a little bit because if it's using the same Joy-Con technology, what happens if your Joy-Con gets wonky and you can't replace it? Nintendo better have some kind of free repair system or something.
We'll send out the Nintendo crew with the Nintendo branded Sawzall. We will slice the right side of that Switch right off, and we'll glue a new Joy-Con on there.
Glue it.
Yeah. And then they'll say, "Suck it," and leave.
Yeah. I don't know how this is going. Maybe it is different technology and it won't be the same. But you know what, Keith? We don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
Because we're probably not getting these ever unless they get super cheap and they have a really cool model of it.
Yep.
Then I might get it. But
except did you see? I don't know if it was concept art or maybe it was a real thing, but I saw a Gengar Switch Lite. The art looked real cool. Big Gengar on the back.
They do that?
It looked real cute.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, that's Will's money right there.
Yeah.
That's $200 out of Will's pocket right there if I see that.
I'm already tempted to get the Sword and Shield version. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Well, the buttons on one side are blue, red on the other, and it's gray. And on the back, it's got like cool little artwork of the legendaries. Ooh. It's pretty nice looking. But
well, I don't want to spend $70 on a new controller, on new Joy-Cons.
$80. In other news,
time out, Nintendo.
In other news,
yeah,
they've shadow updated, or they're going to shadow update. Well, it's not really shadow because they've announced it, but they're going to. It's not like a new brand name or anything.
Yeah.
But the original Switch is getting a small revision.
Right.
I believe it's actually not the battery, it's the processor.
It's the processor.
But because of the processor being more energy efficient, it saves battery more. And I have it pulled up exactly what the differences is, and it's pretty monumental, Keith.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've got a coworker that has told me all about it, and it's interesting,
It goes from 2.5 to 6.5 on this one, to 4.5 to 9 on the new one.
Gigahertz processing power. What are those just numbers?
I said hours.
Hours. Sorry, I know what's going on.
Yeah, battery life.
I don't know anything about computer processing power.
Nor do I. But significant upgrade.
Yeah.
And it's stealthy too.
What was ours starting at?
2.5.
That's how long I can play it?
It goes up to 6.5. It depends on what game you're playing and
so that's my range.
Yeah. Our range is 2.5 to 6.5.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The new one's
about that.
4.5 to 9.
Nice.
Which is pretty steep.
That is pretty substantial.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm probably not, gonna get one of those. I'll wait for the actually rebranded version, the Pro, if that ever happens.
I feel like I do the same thing with phones. Like I never get the new phone that's coming out because I never need one. Mm-hmm. Like I don't need extended battery life here.
Yeah.
But eventually it will be cool when the Pro does come out, if they do make a Pro. Mm-hmm. I've heard speculation that maybe this is how they buy time to not actually make a Pro. They just wait for the Switch 2 to come out halfway through the new the new generation or something, kind of like they did with the first Switch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But if they make a more powerful one that can run bigger and better games, I'd be into that.
Yeah, I'd probably be into that.
But you also have to make good games, Nintendo. Yeah. Don't stop with the processing.
They're making great games, Keith. This year's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see.
So yeah, that's a rundown of what's going on with the Switch.
Yep.
Probably nothing that either of us are going to get into, but it's very interesting just to see that they're keeping it going, and that video game consoles are becoming more like phones, and that they get biannual, is that a word? Every other year updates, yearly updates, whatever. It's getting interesting times we're in. Nintendo's going to court.
And they're telling you about all this stuff. Like, with the internet, everybody knows about everything, so it's like, years ago, they might have just slipped some technology in, you know? They might have just slipped that change in, but now everybody expects to know everything, so we do know everything.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. I like it. Transparency.
Also, friend of the show, Kevin Maccabee, if you're out there, I still owe you your Mario Odyssey game. I'm going to hand that to Will today. So next time you see him, you can have it.
Thanks again, Kevin. Shout-outs.
Yeah. Hopefully you're still there. I haven't seen you comment in a while.
Kevin, are you there? Are you there, Kevin? Comment.
Yeah, just drop one. If you don't
put
mind,
one down
that'd
there.
be great.
Yeah,
but thank you so much for watching this video. We really enjoyed. We enjoy you watching it. Filming it's a little bit tough because it's like 100,000 degrees in here. You can probably see your own reflection in the sweat on our foreheads. But in the meantime, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want us to talk about more news, if you want us to talk about more stuff that you like, you need to let us know that so we can start. Also, if you want to start paying our bills, we'll quit our jobs and we'll head on to doing this forever. So in the meantime, remember that we love you very